Young lady, he never gave me no Dan hoops. He presumably gave those to Jennifer. Hello, have you heard the most recent scoop on Tiffany Gehenna Normal and Jennifer Hudson Tiffany Abadan, our #1 sovereign of parody, is by all accounts having an overwhelming advantage in the round of affection. Tattle, you know how Normal and Jennifer Hudson have been all the rage strolling in and out of town together for a decent 2 or 3 years. Rumors from far and wide suggest that Jennifer Hudson just confused Normal's feet. In the most chaotic, most crane words, separation possible, obviously Normal, got down on one knee and asked about tying the knot to Jennifer yet. Rather than the fantasy finishing, he likely imagined she hit him with a huge knot. Tiffany isn't one to beat around the bush or conceal her sentiments. And we should say she's been tossing conceal at Normal like crazy. Tiffany Abaddon is taking her frivolity game to an unheard of level in the event that you thought she was cheeky before. You had better buckle up. This ride's about to get cray. She resembles an expert at tossing shade. And she's dashed a bar, so rewind back to the pandemic period around 2020 to 2021, when the world was in tumult yet love actually found a way. Tiffany and Normal were at the center of attention with their maturing sentiment. Normal attempted to do streamlined things, guaranteeing their separation was about occupied plans and not having the option to give the relationship that tender loving care it merited. He expressed something as per our affection didn't evaporate like a phantom. We just couldn't offer it the consideration it required. Yet Tiffany wasn't having any of it. She spelled a tay saying Normal sucker punched her with a separation. She even went to the extent that calling their relationship the best and most good times she'd at any point had since the very beginning. Tiffany hasn't precisely been modest about her inclinations toward the relationship, and her position hasn't relaxed the slightest bit. Seems as though Normal could have quite recently met his match in the dating game. You realize Mr. Slee Fox himself, with a rundown of superstar women. Added to his repertoire, Taiji B. Henson, Badu, Serena Williams, Angela Ree. And the rundown continues yet. It seems like the tables have turned and Jennifer Hudson's giving orders. Presently, we should rewind a digit to how everything began. Jennifer and Normal were attempting to keep things secretive toward the starting gathering on the arrangement of a film. Evidently, they've been tight for quite a long time. Yet things took a heartfelt turn while they were shooting in Philadelphia over the mid-year. Now Jennifer being the sovereign of protection that she attempted to dismiss the dating custodians. Gracious, we're companions, she said, fluttering those eyelashes. Yet come on, Jen, we're not getting it. Paparazzi discovered them in the act on dates, even after the cameras quit moving. Seems as though somebody makes them make sense of to do. Normal even exceeded all expectations, flying off to London for the debut of Jennifer's melodicast, unusual circle. It was essentially as undeniable to every individual who looked at them at the London debut. They were certainly a thing. Still they kept up the game, relaxing and coy about their relationship status. Yet you understand what they say. Truth generally finds its direction to the surface. And sure enough, they at last confessed all right. When Sin was a visitor on Jennifer's show a couple of months back, he spilled a bean saying, Oka, I'm involved with perhaps of the most gorgeous individual I've at any point met in life. She's shrewd, she cherishes God, she has this genuine down-toe energy about her. She's gifted. Yet allowed me to let you know, I set my guidelines pretty high. She needed to have an EGOT. She needed to win an Oscar for her most memorable film. She needed to get her own syndicated program. Well, that is setting the bar high, and you understand what's significantly, seriously endearing. Jennifer, who's typically as private as a vault with regards to her own life, was able to unveil it caused all of us to feel like their adoration was unshakable and more grounded than at any other time, as per the most recent tattle. Normal chose to dive in and see about getting married. That's right, you heard that right. He got down on one knee, and everything except Jennifer wasn't exactly prepared to say oh well. It appears as though she's a bit careful about Normal's Playboy past, particularly since she's been copied by adoration. Before we should rewind the tape, and go on an outing through a world of fond memories to unwind the untold story of Jennifer Hudson's previous sentiment with a man named David. And no, we're not discussing any David. This is similar David, who caused disturbances pursuing New York on that unscripted television show. So Jennifer and David's romantic tale started way back in 2007 in a flash. On Jennifer's 27th birthday celebration on September 2008. David dropped to one knee and asked about getting married. They seemed to be the truly amazing couple, prepared to require on the world together only half a month after Jennifer said okay her reality was broken when her brother by marriage committed an unspeakable demonstration, ending the existences of her mom's sibling and nephew. It was a bad dream past comp trepidation. Yet through it all David remained close by like a stone contribution, her relentless help, and a shoulder to rest on later. That very year Jennifer reported that she was expecting a child. And in 2009 their child to David Jr. showed up, bringing a glint of light into their lives in the midst of the dimness unexpectedly. They were a family, a wonderful, unpredictable one. Jennifer made a few stunning cases, charging that there was an abusive behavior at home. Engaged with the relationship, she blamed David for getting forceful with her on different events, particularly as their relationship began to disintegrate. David wasn't going to accept those allegations without a fight. He showed up, copped and locked with charges of his own, guaranteeing that Jennifer had been going behind his back with numerous men in the business. It got so untidy that David even depended on involving their own child as a pawn in their wound game. Supposedly, he got their child to keep an eye on Jennifer in any event, going to the extent that persuading him to record her during one of her studio meetings. Jennifer described a chilling episode when David purportedly sent her an undermining message. While she was at the studio, she was scared to such an extent that she needed to call for security, dreading he could appear and create problems. Fortunately, he purportedly didn't show up at the studio, yet bad dream proceeded. When Jennifer got back, she asserted that David was sitting tight for her purportedly. He became physical, snatching their child, and hauling her around. It was an unnerving occurrence, no doubt, as per David. Jennifer is curving the circumstance to acquire pity and compassion from the public, particularly with her army of fans energizing behind her. His legal counselor even went on record with TMZ expressing that David eagerly denies every single charge made by Hudson. In a strong move, David's attorney expressed that never did David actually push Jennifer as she guaranteed. Rather, his dissatisfaction stemmed from what he saw to be Jennifer's wild way of behaving with their child. Clearly, Jennifer thought it was entirely okay to keep their child at a recording studio into the wee hours of a weeknight. Yet David, well, he simply